Hello my friends, welcome back. It is episode 70 of Unicorn Overlord. Here we are, the Royal Mausoleum. From what I understand, the Sacred Blade will reveal itself to he whom the souls of Cornea's forebears deem worthy. Go forth, my prince, lay claim to your birthright. You who bear the blood of Cornean kings, unsheath your blade and assert your rightful place amongst the monarchs of legend. I recognize you, my grandfather. King Charrrrlieee, your highness, I fear I cannot see him myself. No matter, the trial is yours to overcome if you seek to lay claim to his sacred blade. Holy crap. Why am I doing so little damage? Oh. Because they're level 40, that's why. Well, this just goes to show how much level matters. I bet their gear is not even that fantastic. No, steel weapons, gold bangle, lapis pendant. There's nothing particularly special here, except this. Wow, immune to debuffs. 1 AP, 1 PP, immune to debuff. That's a really nice weapon. But yeah, look, the rest of the team is just basic units with basic gear. Alright, we ain't doing that for a bit. You know, I swear this game is like screaming at you to overpower yourself. But that really goes to show how much level matters. I'm 13 levels behind, which I don't think is massive in terms of stats. I mean, there's definitely, you know, 13 levels of stats is definitely a reasonable amount of stats, but for me to get absolutely bippity-bopped, considering that my gear is way better. That just goes to show. Speaking of which, we should probably do this Ring of the Maiden thing as well.
If it's steel you're after, you'll be seeing...
Here to shop? Or maybe to sell? Just say the word and it's yours. Come back soon.
Okay, these are kind of pointless now. In fact, many of these things are not that great. These were definitely worth having, but they're sold out. The evasion thing is potentially not that great, but 3 defense in both categories, 6 initiative and 10 HP, it's a solid item. It's an extra spicy magic attack. Unfortunately, you need 3 AP to cast it, and the staff itself does not have AP. These are 20 each. That is a lot of shards. These cost, like, in the Colosseum, these cost 2,000 for some, and then, like, 4,000 for everyone after. And these only cost 300. So these are way more valuable than these. I suppose you're going to spend your shards on these. The rest of this stuff is kind of whatever. Once we find, I guess there's a blacksmith out there somewhere that helps you upgrade your weapons.
This is it. The same altar I saw in our texts. The ring, Alain. Looks like I was right.
What do I do next?
Come back here with the person you've chosen for the rite. Offer them the Ring of the Maiden, and you're done. That is, if they accept. Doing so should unleash the power stored deep within your own ring. But
Is there more?
the covenant between Unicorn and Maiden requires both sides to be of one mind and one heart.
Oh, it's waifu time!
If either betrayed the pact they swear at this altar, they would face terrible consequences. At least, according to the texts.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
Considering the risk, I'd suggest you give the ring to the person you trust most.
It's gotta be Chloe, right? I'm pretty sure that Scarlet is supposed to be the canon choice. Can only perform the rite of the covenant with an ally he bears deep and profound connection with. Oh my god, it's all boys! I guess you have to do all the rapport conversations, maybe? Pardon the curiosity, Hodrick, but how are you feeling? Much better now, thank you. As you can see, I'm more than capable of... Nyarr. Pray, rest a moment. Zenoira had their talons in you for far too many years. Though their spell may be broken, we know not what ill effects it may have imparted on your body. A valid point, yes. In truth, what pains me now is not some vague magical spasm, but the wounds I received when fighting Prince Alain. Ah. Worry not, I don't blame him for what happened. In fact, I'm rather grateful. I'm still impressed he managed to find a way past my armor. As am I, yet his prowess does not surprise me after years of diligent work under my tutelage. It's nice to see your blade has not lost its brilliance either, Joseph. Nor shall it, not until Cornea's throne is ours once more. For now, Hodrick, tend to your wounds. We have a long road yet to march. I've definitely maxed out rapport with Chloe, so... and Scarlet, and anyone in my party, really. So I'm going to presume that you have to complete all these conversations. You used to be a hunter, yes, Rolf? How did you forego that in favour of organising a local militia? It's simple, really. I needed a way to keep my town safe from Zenoira. Of course, by then I had already heard the rumours about you and your liberation. If I abandoned the militia and joined you instead, my people would have been left to fend for themselves. And that just wasn't going to happen. It was the right decision, if you ask me. Should you ask me. Things are different now, though. Our army is big enough to protect the entire nations, not just a couple of little towns. Meaning I can do a lot more good with you than I ever could on my own. It helps me have a reliable commander leading the charge as well. I appreciate that, yet I feel as though I must return the compliment. Not every man is capable of mustering an armed force. You did so with great conviction. You never expected a single thing in return. Peace for the towns and villages of this land is reward enough for me. As you know, our initial goal was simply in forming the liberation was simply the task of reclaiming Cornea. Now we seek to deliver peace to the entire continent over. It is as you say, Rolf, there can be no greater reward. I may not always be the decisive person, my prince, but I know why I fight, and I know who I wish to fight beside. So please grant me the honor of remaining ever close to you. Together we can finally bring our dreams of peace to fruition. I could want nothing more, Rolf. I understand you once served as a court sorceress for Cornea's royal family, Yana. Yes, I did, long before you were born. What were your duties in such a role? Mostly mundane things like erecting magic barriers, brewing curative potions, and training the younger witches and wizards of the castle. At times I offered counsel to the King's Knights as well. Now that often consisted of hearing their worries, then crafting a simple incantation to ease their troubled minds. What manner of problems were they concerned about? Most common was fundamental reluctance to even raise their weapon to another human being. Cornea and Drunkenhold were still locked in frequent border disputes back then, so the fear of battle was ever present in people's thoughts. But weave a quick spell and all their hesitations would melt away, which would in turn prevent those anxieties from becoming a liability at a critical moment. It was a useful technique, to be sure, though you utilize it too often you risk ridding its recipients of every other emotion as well. There's no denying the strength of a knight without fear, but the sad truth is that such a knight may lose his heart in the process. And given the effect Zenoira's magic has already had on our people, we need to be more careful than ever about using this approach. Seems you put great care into your duties assisting the Royal Knights, Yana. Great enough that I have no doubts about allowing you to cast such a spell on me. Oh, then come to me the next time your fears get the better of you. Be sure to make the effects especially mild, to leave your heart as unscathed as possible. No, this isn't right either. Why won't you work, damn you? What was it she always used to put in here? What's all the grumbling for, Orc? Ah, you're that witch from the swamp. Hey, get your hands off my notebook. A recipe, Last I heard, they only eat this stew in the more remote regions of Cornea. A local cuisine, then. I always assumed my mother created the dish herself. Well, you'll be glad to know I've actually had it. It's strangely sweet, yet addictingly acidic at the same time. While a key ingredient is rather quick to spoil, we should have a fitting substitute somewhere around here. Aha, this should just do the trick. Care to try it? Why are you doing this exactly? My culinary troubles should be no concern of yours. Well, I just wanted to help a young sorcerer in need. Don't read too much into it. So, shall we? Suppose we can test it out just this once. How's this? It's close, I would say, but far too sweet. Yes, seems I have to use a little less honey next time. To be frank, I can't keep eating this. I fear I'll forget what my mother's version ever even tasted like. Oh, those must be some memories indeed, if a spoonful of soup is enough to wash them away. You dare mock me? Bring it here. I'll drink the entire bowl. Be my guest. He really is an arrogant child, yet for some reason I can't resist helping him. Why don't you tell me more about your time with the Tricorns, Bruno? Be glad to. You probably don't know this, but it was actually me who got the band up and running. Oh, then how did Berengaria end up in captain instead of you? At the start, it was just me and a couple of friends looking to make a few gold. You can imagine how happy we were taking our first job to go hunt down some bandits. We ended up getting beaten bad at that. Took everything I had to help my friends get away. It wasn't long till the bandits caught up to me. Beat the living hell out of me to make sure I'd never mess with them again. You mean to say you served as a decoy? That's what a captain does. Yep, I wasn't gonna go letting my men get cornered. Anyway, right as I was passing out, this big old carriage comes rolling up to the bandits' fort. The door flung open, and before I knew it, some noble woman was stepping out of the thing. One swing of her axe, and the bastards were done for. Talking about Berengaria, if you couldn't guess. What do you think she said when she pulled me up off the ground? This is sounding more like a storybook with every word. I assumed she wanted to know if you were okay. Nope, she gave me a big old smile and asked if I was willing to let her join my band. Seems like she was still just as imposing then as she is now. None of it made any sense really. Why would someone as tough as her want to join us? I wasn't going to turn her down either, so I asked how she'd feel about being our captain. Of course she said yes, so long as I'd let her brother come with. And just like that, the Tricorns were off and running. Interesting, I never knew that was how you met them. Kinda seemed like fate, you know, same as it did when I met you. Me? Yep, when I was coming to you after I broke that spell. When I was coming to after you broke that spell, it felt like I was getting saved by the boss all over again. I owe you big time for that. And I doubt this will make up for it, but I'm going to keep on giving everything I got for the liberation. I'm glad to hear you say that. I'm glad to have met you as well. Not only for your strength in battle, but your resolute and unwavering friendship. Ah, well, there's plenty more where that came from. Interesting. Stop right there. Well, look who it is, Prince Gilbert's prized hostage. Do you really have to be so incessantly aggressive? That's hilarious coming from you. So you need something? I want to know where you're skulking off to. You're not planning to sell us out to Zenoira, are you? Good guess, Princess, but no, betraying the liberation's not in my best interest. Ha! I get the feeling you were supposed to see this conversation way earlier. And if it were, you'd never even get to see it coming. Don't worry. I'm not looking to cross the Prince, or Travis for that matter. I heard there's some bandits making camp to the north of here. Thought I'd clear them out before it became a problem. What? That's it? Then let me join you. Not a chance. You're doing plenty already guarding the camp. Besides, I'm not too keen on babysitting a royal pain in the neck. Sorry, not what I meant. I'm just used to fighting alone, is all. You dare imply I can't handle myself in battle. That's not it. Our countries have got enough bad blood as it is, Virginia. Imagine how much worse it'd get if you died on my watch. Don't need to explain my own affairs to me, thank you. And I'm more than capable of pulling my weight against a lowly band of brigands. Suit yourself. Way I hear it, these bandits put traps all over their camp. One wrong move and we'll end up tied up in a cage, or worse. If you insist on coming with, I need you to follow my orders down to the letter. Think you can do that? Forget who you're dealing with, it won't be a problem. Huh, guess she's actually pretty reliable as long as you keep her reined in. What was that? Oh, nothing, come on, we got work to do. We got work to do. Come to understand, you heard a voice from the heavens, Alain. Sanctuary back in Cornea, yes. Interesting, but why were you able to receive its tidings, I wonder? Anatomical peculiarity of your royal bloodline, perhaps? Ah, if only I had the educational background to say for certain. Still, whatever the answer may be, I find myself utterly captivated. You are staring at me rather intently, Sylvie. Ah, my apologies. Oh, she's got a red face. Seems there's truly no end to the depths of your curiosity. Have you any particular reason for that? Well, if you wish to create the ideal future, you must first understand the failings of history. That's what my father always used to say to me. Though my ambitions aren't quite as lofty as his were, I find there to be few things in this world more compelling than the mysteries of our past. 'Tis a respectable saying indeed. My mother often spoke in a similar way of the inherent value in studying the chronicles of centuries gone. Please, Alain, it's just an old proverb. You shouldn't read too much into it. Oh, another one is available. Ah, look, there's the last Alain-Chloe conversation. It's in Albion. Selvi? Worry not, I'll have you out of there in but a moment. Ah, thank you, my prince. Tis relief to see you unharmed, so you must ask. How did you come to be trapped beneath all that rubble? Well, you see, one moment I was in the midst of a peaceful investigation, and next I found myself beset by the spirits of the dead. Same phantom soldiers we've encountered elsewhere, I presume. It's precisely what I thought at first, but soon realised they were actually the ghosts of deceased children and house pets. How sombre a discovery. There's no seal in the region either, which couldn't have been magic which manifested them. So it couldn't have been magic which manifested them. Given the household items I came across in my excavations, I only assumed there used to be a settlement here. Anyway, I believe the ghosts were trying to play a prank on me and accidentally brought the ruins crashing down in the process. Must have been awfully startled by all the noise as they quickly fled the area, likely off to some spectral plane beyond our comprehension. I'm not so certain about that. Before I found you, I heard a young voice calling out to me from this direction. Perhaps it was one of the children urging me to come to your aid. Oh spirits, if you hear me out there, know that I'm entirely unharmed thanks to you, and I plan to further my research into these lands in hope of learning more about the people you once were. I'll forever be grateful for what you've done here today. Speaking of research, Selvi, perhaps you shouldn't be doing it alone any longer. You may not be so lucky next time. A valid point, yes. Ah, thank you again for digging me out of that rubble. It was nothing at all, merely pleased to know you're safe. Okay, I'm going to presume that I can't do this one because that's where the port is. Okay, so it's going to be some time, I think. It's going to be some time before we get that Chloe rapport conversation. I'm pretty sure that's what's required for to maiden somebody, for want of a better way of putting it. Holy Unicorn Signet. Can't actually see what those items are like. I might as well go and fix that bridge. While I'm at it. Our route to Grand Kareen just lies ahead, Your Highness. Proceed forth, the final battle shall commence. Great, that'll do. Where else can you get in? Here? Is there another bridge to be fixed over here? No, it's just another dude to be killed. I'm kind of tempted to sneak over there. I'm interested as to where this goes. Down here. I think it's cold now, just you wait. Today's one of the warmer days. And if we manage to drive Zenora off, who will lead our nation from there on? If all the bloodlines of Vestorius don't join together as one, we're doomed to repeat the same mistakes of the recent past. We'll be able to set sail if someone's kind enough to fix up the harbour. Nameless God's Bow. Another town fixed. This little town has started seeing some life again, thanks to the supplies you brought us.
I'll see it done. Take your time. Relax.
Steel weapons. Spell steel. Let's have a look at the secluded shore. Do a fording, I love that. 5 divine shards. That's definitely worth a grab. Astorius is the land of Bestrels, and a place colder than the stare of death himself, even in the summer. Food here is amazing though, so eat a lot. Best way to keep yourself warm. Were owls such as I are capable of drawing out and manipulating magical energy which dwells within nature itself. Apologies, perhaps I should put it more succinctly. What we mean to say is we're able to restore our allies' HP and PP. The bandits who fought that last job didn't have too many units with them, but the ones it did have were packed full. Remember, each unit had 5 members, a nigh impossible task to overcome. Guess that means we need to bolster our ranks if we want to keep up. Do we have any honours? Behoove you to do the same, good sir. Rather than simply adding new units, do you remember to increase their size as well? Wait a sec, haven't we had this conversation before? It would seem that way, hadn't it? A fine gentleman has already has a 5-member unit. Say, aren't you Prince Alain from the Liberation? What a fascinating coincidence. I hear you not only handle your army's formations, but live beside them in as a rank-and-file member. Not exactly what people expect out of a crown prince. Brings a tear to my eye seeing that kind of leadership. So he says. Poor old bridge, 30 pieces of bastrite. I guess that's the only way to get to that part. That means if we want to proceed any further that way, we have to find the mine. I have 141 honours at the moment.
My lance grows ever sharper.
That's a pretty big buff. Fine. Speaking of which, I was going to change her spear. Plus 20% potency pursuits. make things interesting. Now he's on the front line. I should probably change his shield though. Okay, I'll leave that as it is. Okay, there's a seagull here. Advanced 2. Interesting that that's the squad that does best. Be gone, damned rebels, or else. I'll shut that down in a minute.
Not another step. How dare you show your faces here after what you've done?
Wait, please. I'm not sure what ill has befallen you, but I can assure you it wasn't our doing.
That's a bald-faced lie and you know it. I'll ask one more time. Where have you taken my men? Answer me if you don't want to be executed where you stand.
Slow down, lady.
Dinah, wait!
Unifi, what are you doing colluding with Zenoira?
I'm not. These people are with the Liberation Army from Cornea.
What?
You're an idiot.
Sorry. Hard to tell who's who these days.
I gather from your question that Zenoira has taken your men captive.
Yep. They've been rounding us Bestrels up like we were mindless cattle.
Dire news, Captain! The Zenoiran army has struck at Vastagora!
What? And our brethren?
Dispersed, ma'am. Those of them that made it out, at least.
Damn it. I don't have time to deal with outsiders. If you're really not fighting for them, then leave. Now.
Leave? When I can stay and kill Zenoirans? Come on, Alain. We have to help. And help we shall. Level 27, it's the perfect level. Just doing a bit of wall crawling. Okay, so as it stands, we can't get through this bridge until we get 30 rock, which will most likely be found by mining. We got a level 27 optional quest, a level 25 liberation to do, a level 26 trial, which means that we could get up to level 30. Do I want to sit down and do some broadening? I only have 5 characters at level 28, and that's the ones in my main team. Wow. That's nice. One magic defense. Doesn't she have like a kind of weird setup? Lose 5 evasion. I feel like I need to do some broadening.
See, Chloe? I can do stuff.
Oops. I accidentally used the day-night item. Well, oh, whatever. Squad 1, Squad 6, Squad 3, Squad 2. I wonder what the highest level is. It might be 40, because that's the highest I've seen. Or the final battle is 40. I could go all in with the miracle fruits just to have a look. You know, just out of interest, let's save. And let's see how high levels go. So I'll reload after this. This is just purely for
must
my
never
own
yield.
knowledge gathering.
Another step forth. I must never
30.
yield. Another step forth.
Okay, 32.
I must never yield. Another step forth. I must never yield.
Oh, you
Another
can go
step
past
I must never yield.
40. Well, I got to 47. Seems like these little buffs don't really make that much difference. Although that is a definite improvement. I think having the same category twice is not actually good for you. Unless you're really thirsty for a particular stat. Hardy is certainly a good trade, it looks like to me. 7 HP, 2 physical defense, 2 magic defense in exchange for just 2 points of accuracy and 1 point of evasion. Where's Lucky? See, that's not a bad trade either. 2 points of attack for 5 points of evasion. Can I load? Yes. So, it's not 40. You can go higher than 40. Which surprises me, but there it is. So the next thing it could be is 50. Or it could even potentially just be infinite. Either way, it's interesting information to have. 27, 25, 26. Alright, we'll get these two done, and then I'll consider whether I want to do some broadening, instead of just relying on Alain to dogpile his way through every fight. But this game really encourages you to just put all your eggs into one team, to just really perfect one incredibly powerful team. Because of all the single copies of very powerful items that you get, why not just concentrate all that power into one squad? You know, the game really does encourage you making one super mega squad that's gonna just completely annihilate your enemies. I don't really see what because it's individual combats most of the time, I don't really see what the benefits are for having more than one powerful squad other than running out of stamina and, you know, the assists. But the assists, I don't think your equipment really matters too much in terms of the assists, from what I've seen so far. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time.